Hey there, succulent lovers! Welcome back to our Succulents Box YouTube channel, your go-to destination for all things succulent related. Today we're learning about succulent fertilizing, but not with those store-bought fertilizers. We're gonna feed our succulents with compost tea. Let's talk about compost tea. It is a nutritious drink for your plants, filled with all the goodness of compost or animal manure. The best thing is that it's in liquid form, so it is much easier to handle. So what are the benefits of using compost tea? First off, it's super affordable. When using compost tea, you don't really need those store-bought fertilizers and pesticides, so you can save money in the long run. Plus, it's incredibly easy to make at home with just a few simple ingredients and tools. Compost tea also helps produce healthier plants. It is made up of the same basic ingredients as compost, so it can increase or improve the nutrients available for your succulents to absorb in the soil. At the same time, compost tea helps reduce the risks of pest infestation and diseases. There are two ways to make this compost drink: aerobic and anaerobic. Let's start with the aerobic method. First, fill a clean 5-gallon bucket with 4 gallons of water, preferably rainwater or well water. If you choose to use tap water, it's important to aerate it first in an open container for a few hours to a day to eliminate chlorine or any chemicals. Next, introduce the water with oxygen using an aquarium pump, preferably a double outlet, connected with plastic tubing to 2 air stones set in the water. This will oxygenate the water and create the perfect environment for beneficial microbes to thrive. Now, add 1 cup of compost per 1 gallon of water to the bucket. If possible, put the compost first in a pillowcase or stocking before adding it to the water. This will help reduce the need to filter the tea later, especially if you plan to apply it with a sprayer. Then, add about 2 tablespoons of natural sugarcane, maple syrup, or fruit juice to promote bacterial growth. Brew the mixture for about 24 to 36 hours, just until it produces that earthy smell and bubble-covered surface. And make sure to keep it away from sunlight to prevent UV damage to the microbial population. For best results, keep it as close to room temperature as possible. Once you're done mixing your compost tea, don't forget to clean all the tools you used with a 5% baking soda or 3% hydrogen peroxide solution. Now, let's move on to the anaerobic method. This is a simpler process that doesn't require any fancy equipment like an air pump. However, it does take longer and may produce a strong odor due to the release of sulfur compounds. Start by filling 1/3 of a clean 5-gallon bucket with compost. If you don't have readily available compost, you can use commercially bagged compost as an alternative. Next, fill the bucket with at least an inch or 2 of water. It's recommended to use well water, rainwater, or distilled water to avoid chlorine and other chemicals. Then, stir up the mix for a few minutes to help the compost release its nutrients into the water. This process is similar to dunking a tea bag to release more tea into your drink. After that, for the next 5 days, continue stirring the mix a few times each day. Once 5 full days are up, your compost mixture will be full of nutrients and ready to go. Lastly, strain the compost mixture using a mesh screen, strainer, or other porous fabric like burlap or an old shirt into another bucket. How to use compost tea to fertilize your succulents. Simply dilute the compost tea with water, using a ratio of 4 cups to 1 gallon or even 1/10 for a milder solution. Then apply the diluted compost tea directly to the soil using a sprayer or watering can. But here's the thing, compost tea should be used within 4 hours of brewing to ensure the microbes remain active. So make sure to plan your fertilizing sessions accordingly. And remember, less is more when it comes to fertilizing succulents. Aim to fertilize them once or twice a year, preferably before their growing season kicks into high gear. And there you have it, a complete guide to fertilizing your succulents with compost tea. Give it a try and watch your succulents thrive like never before. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more succulent care tips and tricks. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Happy gardening!
For more, you can find us at succulentsbox.com or on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest.